If you've ever opened a virus on your PC, then you know what's coming next. It's the fellas.
As far as movie franchises will go, I will say the king is dead, long live the king. As far as like particular movie franchises will go, because it's like when someone dies and you're like, this guy lived a glorious life, I'm gonna drink a beer to his memory, I'm gonna fuck my woman, and when no one's around I'm gonna cry. But that's gonna be when no one's around. You're not gonna see that.
No?
Apollo Creed style, baby.
Oh,
no one's gonna see that pain. Hey everybody, it's your boy Ray, and every once in the blue moon we've decided to boot Dane up, because now that we have the fan base, honestly, fuck him, we don't really need him, but he's here now. Because, you know, it's a big thing, so we'll boot his ass up. What's up, Dane?
What's going on?
And, of course, we have our... we're trying to squeeze in more duties into just one person instead of having extra people, because we found out we can actually just fire those extra people. So, our main comic book aficionado for the day, we've got Dre. Dre, what's going on?
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
For the one man who's in here not drinking, you've been dropping the ball a
Whoa.
fucking lot, dude. No, not
All
not
right,
talking to
let's
Dre.
just start.
I'm talking to you, motherfucker Ray. You dropping the ball all over the place.
Yeah, I know.
Antoine's trying to be nice to the listeners, and Ray just fucking it up, bro.
Look, man, somebody got to fuck it up.
I digress.
So last night we finally got the thing that we had blue balls for. It's like that one girlfriend, like that. This one girl said, "Look, you go through all this shit for me. I'll date you." And you're like, and then we get to fuck, right? She's like, yeah. You do all that shit. Your girlfriend and boyfriend's like, yeah, let's fuck. No. Wait till prom. Then after prom is wait till we're engaged. And after you're engaged, it's not. You got to get married because I'm a good girl. And your testes are just swelling that whole time with all the backup.
Yeah.
And then you finally get the opportunity. It finally happens, and you finally get that release. That's what this movie is.
Oh.
By the way, we saw Avengers, guys. So back to my commentary about testicles. So what happens is they get backed up.
Yeah.
And all the previous movies was just adding to the fluids in there. Because you know it's going towards something. It's going towards the end game.
Yes.
And the end game finally comes.
Oh.
Double entendre. It's play on words. The end game finally comes, and so do you. And you're like, oh, shit. Like, weak in the knees type shit. And then when it's over, the key thing is 1 minute and 5 seconds after you bust a nut is when you finally have the clarity in your head to tell yourself, was it worth the wait? Was it worth what you went through? And that's what we're going to see with this review.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Was that nut worth the wait and the effort I had to put into it to get to it?
I don't know, Antoine. I had my nut when I watched Infinity Wars.
Infinity Wars was a pretty bad nut-busting event.
I didn't need anything else. They lost.
This was like...
What, after Infinity War, you weren't even trying no more?
No, that's it. That was done.
I
found peace myself.
This was like... this is the second nut bust with the lower climax, though.
I don't think it's fair to say that Infinity War was the primary nut buster, because
I was spamming
I could have
everybody.
said that with the first Avengers.
I was sending links.
Infinity War, what's it called? Empire Strikes Back for this generation.
Yes.
It was it left on such a what the fuck moment, and I told you, I watched the little kid like freak out at the end of that movie, like, oh my god, is this how it ends? No. The whole time he was there, no, little kid, and I'm like, wow,
and that's what
I'm
made
actually
me
getting
feel,
to experience
and
this.
that's what made me feel so good.
Firsthand, not you know what I mean? See something new. But it felt new. And then what they did with this movie, hands down, they gave you a blowjob, then they tucked you into bed, kissed you on the cheek, and tucked you in and sung you a lullaby till you fell asleep.
That's all the Chinese women do.
Perfect analogy.
Well, until I saw somebody on screen.
No, let's not even get into that.
Dude, I enjoy it. Like I said before we go to this movie, I enjoy Infinity War. I was sending links to everybody, like, click on this link, it'll let you know if you fucking died. Like, oh shit.
I don't need a link to tell me that.
What was cool is if you Google Thanos and you get like pretty much all your news articles start disappearing on your Google search.
Dude,
that's
I
pretty
was
awesome.
like the only person who just shrugged my shoulders and said meh when I saw that. They're like, look at this, is awesome. Isn't Google so hip and trendy? And they're into all the shit that the youngsters like us are into? And like, CEO of Google don't even know what the fuck this means. CEO of Google probably doesn't even know that his own site can do that. It's like they're just trying to market on whatever is hip and trendy with the kids.
Trying to be relevant.
Exactly.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, he's disappearing shit.
Oh man, I'm destroying the whole universe.
You have the attention span of a fucking child. So anyway, just to give a quick synopsis without the spoilers. Don't worry, kids. We'll ruin it for you later. That's definitely coming. But in the previous one, it ends with half of all existence on every planet being wiped out, 50% gone, and you get to kind of see how they're picking up the pieces after the fact. There is one person who allows them, and this is no secret, it's the Ant-Man. He does allow them to have a chance at redemption by kind of thinking outside the box and giving them a magical MacGuffin.
Yes.
And, they have a chance to fight back and turn back the tide. So I can't tell you more than that without going into spoiler territory. And that is, in this day and age, that's phenomenal. The fact that going in, I didn't know any more than that.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a fucking miracle that they were able to keep spoilers that tight under wrap. And I think that's mostly due to the fans.
No.
If the movie's good enough, the fans aren't going to spoil
You
it.
ignored being online to actually look at the spoilers. There was a lot of spoilers.
There was a lot of spoilers around.
I just avoided them.
One thing is because the two, directors, they were filming multiple scenes with the actors. The actors have different scripts.
Well, there's a reason for that.
It's like they also leak some images. So at the end of the day, people were like, doing their own theories. This guy works for these people and they know that this plot is like this. All of the plots were wrong.
Yeah,
everything was wrong.
Pretty much that one plot that was going on that Wolverine was going to be in one of the final culminations of the fight scenes, and
I knew that wasn't going to fucking happen. Putting Wolverine
but no, I won't lie. 2 weeks ago, a buddy of mine, we had barbecue together, and he told me a theory that he heard online, and exactly what he said happened, but instead of it being Cap, it was Tony in the movie.
Yeah. We're going to have to go into spoilers soon, man.
No, we will.
Shit,
we will.
man.
So, but, over in, I was reading an article online on the drive back from the theater when I saw it. A guy in Hong Kong got the ever-living shit beat out of him from people in line to watch the Avengers Endgame, because this guy had just seen it, and as he was walking out, he yelled out the ending to the people in line.
Dude, a guy
beat the shit out of him.
A guy in Colombia.
Like they had to call the cops to keep them from killing the man.
A guy in Colombia got stabbed because his buddy next to him was fucking telling him how the movie ended. And another guy got pissed off and fucking stabbed him. They had to arrest that guy.
That's Colombia. That don't count.
Yeah.
They stab a motherfucker for not speaking back when you're spoken to. Colombia's like that.
Or they get thrown out of a helicopter.
No, that was Pinochet. Was that Colombia?
No.
That wasn't Colombia.
No, that's Chile.
Yeah, it's fucking Chile. Ray, you racist fuck. Get your goddamn countries right.
You don't even know where Chile is. That's sad.
All those countries are all part of Mexico, right?
Technically.
According to Fox News.
According to me too, shit. If you're in North America, speak the language. Yeah, anyway. So yeah,
technically Mexico's a part of North America, so who's speaking the wrong language? And Canada.
Both of those?
We are the superior race.
Yeah, that's what Thanos says. Anyway, what I will say is great. So for this movie, they really pulled out all the stops. I mean, clearly this wasn't cheap, but that's the great thing about the movie being backed by Disney. They'll just throw all the fucking money at it in the world. They ain't gonna care. And I'm pretty positive they already made it back.
Seeing as the movie has already made 1.2
billion.
Was it 1.2?
With a B.
Yeah, 1.2 billion.
Yeah.
That felt so weird saying $1 billion, like $1 billion. Dude,
yeah.
I mean,
it
was worth it.
It doesn't sound like real money. It sounds like a number you fucking made up.
Yeah,
11 to 70 gajillion. 11 to 70 gajillion dollary dues or some bullshit. It sounds like a fucking made up
billion
number.
the first weekend. Get the fuck out of town.
Yeah,
they made their money.
I don't think any movie's ever gonna beat this ever.
Nah.
But they threw everything in the kitchen sink. It would take too much time to go over all the actors, but I will just point out, let's just see how well the main actors did. Robert Downey Jr., and you guys give me a consensus on this. I think Robert Downey Jr. did a great job, as always, with Iron Man, but
yeah.
He did seem kind of tired, and I don't know if that's just because he was supposed to be playing a tired Tony Stark.
Well, he looked like
he was done
dying
with this shit. Well, no, not in the movie. Yeah,
you know what? RDJ is such a great actor.
Oh yeah, he's
I
phenomenal.
don't think he would have just phoned it in. He was actually acting. He was acting. He was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Tony. He was just a world-weary Tony Stark. You know.
Yeah, because I know for sure he wasn't phoning it in. What I meant was when you do the same character or the same type of character so many times, and actors fucking hate this. They hate being typecast. When you do the same type so many times, when you do it, you're not really putting in your A game because you've done it so much you can do it in your sleep. It kind of sort of felt like that, but knowing RDJ, I think you're right. This was a Tony Stark that at this point just really had no more fucks left to give.
It was a dude who was stranded on another universe for God knows how long.
They pushed this dude as far as he can go. He's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm drinking.
He thought he was gonna die, and then he comes back, and he sees his best friend who betrayed him, and
been living off.
He was just like, enough is enough, dude. We lost. Get over it.
Kid who was like a son to me died in my fucking arms. Mr. Stark, I don't want to die, Mr. Stark. That's like
and that was more emotional than
Mr. Stark.
Batman and his Robins I've ever seen. So I mean, that was awesome. His protege died, and he was kind of like he was done with it, dude. He was like, I'm over it, dude. I have a kid.
I'm done.
We knew that from the last movie.
Right. Yeah. So Robert Downey Jr. he did an A+ job.
Yes, he did.
Evans
he didn't look. He sold it, but didn't really sell it as much as I thought he would.
That's pretty fucking ambiguous. No, he did a more than competent job, but I didn't really feel what's the fucking word I'm looking for?
You didn't feel his.
I didn't feel inspired. Like take the first Avengers movie. You felt like, yeah, I'm gonna walk into these impossible odds because this guy is just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. His character seemed to be a bit less sure of himself.
Yes, that's
because probably because of all the shit that went down.
For me, I love Chris Evans. The whole thing, he was Captain America through and through. Nothing changes.
That was America's ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do like the fact that Mark Ruffalo got more screen time now since he's what did they call him in the comic book when the Hulk was smart?
Professor Hulk.
Is that what they called it in the book, or was it just called Smart Hulk?
Yeah, Professor Hulk. Well, dude, I like Professor Hulk. It was a bit jarring because he looked like Mark Ruffalo when he was green, and he had the crusty beard.
It's the crusty beard.
He had the black shadow, the little spray sticking out. Yeah, they were gray, and I was like, this is so stupid. But it was so, at the same time, it was really cool.
Yeah, he was the only person that was taking this whole half the population dead thing in stride. He's like, yeah, life's been pretty fucking great for me. I didn't have nobody to begin with, so fuck you guys.
He doesn't have to worry about tearing down a city every time he steps on a nail anymore. So he's pretty happy.
So, absolutely. And I will say, who I thought really, really fucking did a great job stealing the show, Chris Hemsworth as Thor busted his ass, man. It's a great acting chops. Acting chops. And I will say another thing. Don't mention what happens at the end, but Chris Hemsworth, acting wise, he's a funny motherfucker.
He is beyond funny. He is beyond funny.
I think they realized that after Thor Part 2. They're like, this motherfucker's actually pretty funny.
You know what it is? His timing is impeccable.
Yes.
His timing on certain scenes is fucking impeccable.
And he knows how to time it.
He doesn't take himself seriously. He doesn't do half of anything. Once he gets probably tired of the comedic bit and goes into these serious roles, which he's already been doing. I mean, this guy will start having Oscars around him like...
Maybe. We'll see on MIB.
Yeah.
Well, he does have the accent, so that helps.
That too. I think he will do a great job on MIB. I actually want to see it now.
Man, come on, guys. Let's get into spoilers, man. This is fucking... This tape shit is fucking driving me crazy.
You know why he's like that, Antoine? Because James Franco was last night on Saturday Night Live, and he was watching that shit. That's why he has some fucking shit, man.
Is there any character you want to give a special mention? Did anyone go above
Karen Gillian? And then I don't think we need to talk about anybody else because half of the movie was around her. It was really
Jeremy Renner stepped his game up this time. Hawkeye was on point.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner.
That was the badass Hawkeye we all know.
He actually frightened me, man.
Yeah, he did. But out of all character evolutionary wise, Nebula was the most evolved character in this entire movie.
Actually, yeah. I'm glad they gave her that much screen time. I felt like bad for her character.
Yeah, I did.
And didn't we see her character without the makeup once, and she's like kind of hot?
She is hot, dude.
I'll have to take a look at her at some point.
I thought you had this shit on, Dan. Oh my gosh.
Whatever. We'll look at that later.
But yeah,
She was an anchor for half of the movie, actually, because you got to see the first half. You just see, how Rocket and these guys are treating her, like a friend, like a family member.
She's evolved.
And you
that.
see how she's worried about what Robert Downey Jr. was going to do when they first were trapped in the ship. She's just trying to become a friend.
Just comfort him.
Yeah, and it was just a huge evolution for her character that you've known for the last 8 years. Knowing her, you finally got to see the softer side of her. Man, this is pretty awesome. All of the other movies, you just saw a fierceness. She's got that
cold,
killer instinct.
Yeah, she was either like going out of her way trying to like
Be
jack
mean.
people up, or she's being tortured by Thanos, which I garner a lot of sympathy for that character. So it's right when you point that out. It was cool to see her evolve, but she's a tortured character.
yeah, she's a mess as a character. She's a mess.
This movie pretty much was about the B lineup. The A cast, of course, got their screen, but the B lineup is what you got to see more
What's the
of.
eye candy?
Yeah, because everybody else from the A lineup got the other movie. Now this is the B lineup.
Okay, so Ray, since your vagina is twitching so
Yes,
badly to
yes.
get into it, all right, everybody, here's the spoilers territory. This is like the quickest we ever went into fucking spoilers.
Look, man, if you haven't seen the fucking movie, the movie made $1.2 billion. Now that's a lot of money. Now, if you haven't seen the movie,
So basically, what you're saying?
If you haven't seen the movie, you're just not a real fan. Go
Oh,
watch
so-
some
yeah.
soap operas or something.
Yeah,
Go watch some Game of Thrones, man.
So basically, you're
Jerk off.
saying if you haven't seen the movie, Ugats.
yes.
Ooh, speaking that Italiano.
It's kind of like back in the day before TiVo, and if you didn't watch the fucking show when it came on television at that time, you missed it. You're fucked. So you're fucked.
We don't all have that Avengers
Yeah.
Endgame money,
You're
Ray. Some of us
fucked.
got to wait for it to come on
You're
cable.
fucked.
Look,
Dude,
so
some of us
once
gotta
in a
wait
generation.
to
This is a once in a generation movie, man.
Yep.
I love the fact there was a big Easter egg that people didn't notice at the very 2 minutes into the movie.
What was that?
That Jim Starlin was actually in the movie, the creator
Oh
of
yeah,
Thanos.
in the survivors counseling.
Yes,
Did you notice that,
Yeah.
Dre?
Dre's blown away. He
Well,
didn't
I would
know.
have to know what he looked like for one.
All right.
Okay, so you
all right.
didn't notice it.
All right. Jim Starlin, I got his signature, so I know what he looks like. He signed my book.
I know what Grant Morrison looks like. I know what Bendis looks like. I know what Mark Waid looks like, and Stan Lee and everybody else
Okay,
can go fuck
for
off.
those who don't know what he looks like, in Avengers Endgame, he was the bald white dude with the glasses in that scene. He said
kinda
one
look
line.
He kind of looked like
Good
Thanos.
for him. Good for him.
Kind of looked like
Talk-
Thanos with glasses.
Talk about something fun now.
And he doesn't have a chin that looks like a ball
Last
sack.
time we spoke with him, he said that he didn't watch any other movies. So I know
Jim Starlin?
I know when the studio told him like, "Hey, we want you in this movie," then he had to like break down that shit and start watching them.
He did a great job building the cosmic universe for Marvel. So
Now, I will tell you right away, I'm going to try not to jump back and forth too much so we can kind of keep it cohesive, but I will tell you right away, when anyone who watches this movie, you can tell that Captain Marvel was shoehorned into this movie as fuck.
yes,
Not saying that it made the movie bad. I'm just saying you could kind of be like, they could have done all this shit without her, right?
Yeah.
Except
Yeah,
for
that
getting Tony
scene in the
Stark
beginning,
back.
that was a total Deus Ex Machina, dude. She
I-
came out of nowhere. Dude. Like,
Except-
how the fuck
except
she
for her
found them
bringing-
dudes in space? Like,
Except
really?
for her, except for her bringing Tony Stark back.
That was
and,
the
like,
only thing that really pissed me off.
what? Her bringing Tony Stark back?
Yeah, and I was like, how the hell she find them in space? Like,
That
I
is a
could
good
see if they
question.
said like, oh, we set out a beacon or something.
He didn't send no beacon out. There was no
No,
power.
I'm saying if they would have said they sent out a beacon with their last bit of power, I would accept. I was like, she just randomly just looking at drifted ships. Like, what's she doing? Stealing speakers and radios out of them?
Now remember, the directors themselves said, look, the movie was fucking done. When Disney was like, yeah, you got to reshoot it and put her in it. And we're like, what? It's like, yeah, put her in there. They were like, they didn't want to do it, not because they didn't like Brie Larson, but they were like,
Actually,
we want to end
they were
this
done.
with the original crew. Not just that. It wasn't just that they were done. It's like, this is supposed to be a salute to the original crew. The guys, they started the Avengers, and they're going to end the Avengers, the original crew. And now you're having to shoehorn someone in whose movie came out less than fucking 2 months before Endgame?
yeah.
You know what?
And nobody knows who she
I
is,
tell
and
you
nobody
this.
fucking cares.
I
Like,
tell you
why
this.
are we making her a serious part of the thing?
I think you're right, man. Because in
I
real
am
life,
right. That's what they said.
In real life, the actors they didn't like her.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Even
that's
in their
because-
interviews, when she's being interviewed
No,
with
that's
other
because
actors,
that's
bro.
because Brie Larson's a bitch.
Hold
They
on,
don't
hold on.
like her,
hold
man.
on. And remember when we were leaving the theater and we looked at that beautiful big standee of Avengers, I'm like, why the fuck is she in the A?
The biggest
The biggest letter.
had her in it.
She was like, fucking Robert Downey Jr. is like on the fucking second E.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, when you look at those interviews, if you go like on YouTube and all the Hollywood Story interviews with the actors, in all the other Marvel movies, when you have the actors, they may be like 2 at a time, 3 at a time, sitting on the couch, and they ask them questions, they're all taking it lightheartedly, and they're fucking with each other, because they're like, hey, it's a fucking comic book. What was the shit that got the director of Avengers in trouble? Because one of the guys was like, oh yeah, Black Widow's character, you know, so, oh, she has like a affection towards the Hulk, and he's like, oh yeah, she's pretty much a slut. That's, you know, the Black Widow. And Scarlett Johansson just like burst out laughing, and the fucking internet burst into flames.
Oh my god!
To the point where Joss Whedon got off of social media because they're like, yeah, oh, you're basically saying she's a slut, and that's okay with Joss Whedon. He's like, man, she's a fucking comic book character. Plus, he was joking. Relax.
And in the comic book, she is kind of. I mean, she slept with Tony. She slept with Bucky. She slept with a lot of people in the comic book. So yeah, she was a bit of a loosey-goosey Lucy.
You know, a male spy is a slut too. So wait, the only way I can get this information is by banging this broad? Yeah, where's the pussy? You know, a male or female spy is a spy, a slut. Yes, in the story.
Look at James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond is a complete whore. That guy. Yep. Don't hate.
Yeah, he slept with the bad guy's wife all the time.
The whole thing is, my point is though, in these sort of press junkets, they're always having fun. They're always laughing, this or that or whatever. But when they were there with Brie Larson, this is not the Captain Marvel shit. These are the Avengers people talking. First of all, whenever they were saying jokes and shit, Brie Larson wasn't in on it because the jokes they were making, they were inside jokes about the production, like funny things that happened making the movie. Me and Ray are on the movie. It's like, yeah, as long as you don't have a staple gun in your nutsack. And Ray's like, oh yeah, that's that time I did that. And Ray start laughing, and then, you know, Dane will burst out laughing. I'm bursting out laughing. But let's say you were only in the movie for like reshoots of 3 scenes. You don't know what the fuck we're laughing about. Yeah. You weren't there for any of that shit. That was the way.
I mean, Brie Larson aside, I mean, the Captain Marvel stuff, I liked how they added it to the movie. Mm-hmm. To be honest, she's not my favorite person as that character. I mean, I like when they give her the character and what they're implying about her. Yeah. I mean, if the chick that played Starbuck wasn't so damn old, she would have been the perfect Captain Marvel.
Oh, man. Yeah.
She's awesome, though.
How old did she get? Is she really that old now?
I don't know, man.
She's like 40 I don't know, but Battlestar Galactica went up there over 10 years ago. So she
God damn,
gotta be up there.
Shit, I'm old as fuck.
You know, when you're Hollywood old.
So Brie Larson comes in there to do her hackneyed shit with her planky ass acting, and for some reason they decided to give her the when she went from Miss Marvel in the comics, when she went from Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel, they gave her the dyke haircut, and they decided to go ahead and give that to her in the movie. And Rocket was kind of busting her balls about it a little bit. I was hoping he'd have done that some more, but
and look at the bitchness she gives. It was like, she says, "Oh, Rocket's like, so you're not going to be here for a while?" Yeah, I gotta fix all the problems in all these thousands of planets. So I'm going to be busy. You ain't going to see me for a while. It's like, bitch, good. I don't want to fucking see your ass anyways, man.
And that was their excuse for her not to show up in the movie again.
Yep.
Because
fucking shit,
there's
man.
No real reason for her to be there.
And you know what?
That's pretty much true to the comic books, too. Marvel always tries to take the most powerful players off the board somehow whenever there's a big conflict.
And the cool thing is, she was probably mad because she was answering to fucking Scarlett Johansson. Who the fuck's this fucking spy giving me orders and shit?
Stop peppering your hate into this.
No. I'm just telling you, the one thing I really liked, I liked the devastation of Earth because I never actually.
Nice. The 5 years later.
Oh my God, the aftermath was amazing because like you watch Batman versus Man of Steel and like Batman versus Superman, like, oh, Metropolis got destroyed, but it's perfectly brand new. Like what, a few years later? Yeah, like this is 5 years later, man. Everything's still jacked up.
Well, that was mostly due to the morale problem.
No.
You're not motivated to do shit.
No, it's not even
There's
that.
Garbage everywhere. You're just not motivated to do anything to fix society because that's
it's not that.
It's not that. It's half of the fucking people are gone, dude. The amount of people.
It's a lot. Exactly.
Take the space.
Yeah, it's like 80% of the people, man.
I mean, but it's like you could tell it was devastated psychologically to the people that survived.
Right.
I mean, if they wanted, if they didn't give a shit, they would just demolish that house. Like, oh, I got a bigger yard. No, but it was more than that. It was like, dude, my neighbor used to live there. They're not there anymore. Like, you know, my wife is gone. My kids are gone. And it's not you. It's everybody, dude. You could tell, like, people were devastated. Their morale was low. Like, when Captain America was talking to the survivors, he's like, at least there's more fish. You know, but, like, who gives a fuck is more fish, dude?
Yeah, it's like everybody's fucking dead. You know,
Exactly. Everyone I care for is gone. And as they played through, like, all these points, it's like, dude, they gotta fuck Thanos up, dude, because this is bullshit. I was so mad.
Yeah, I was happy.
And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted you to, like, really feel the desperation that some of these people must have felt. You know, so when they went after Thanos,
I tell you what.
I don't know. Are we going to that point?
Yeah. Just wherever it takes us at this point.
I tell you what, Andrew. I was happy to see Thanos as a farmer. I just I did everything. That's it.
With that one gimp arm?
I did kind of like that. I like the idea that they so thoroughly went forward, fucking like limping and shit, and he's got a little bit of a cough, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck happened to him? I figured that was because Thor hit him in the heart with his axe, and he didn't bother using the stones to fix him, because it's not about him. It's about the greater good for everyone else.
Yeah, he had his motivations, and that's what made him an awesome bad guy. You know, I mean, he wasn't some cackling buffoon, like,
the worst thing is,
dude, he wanted to do something, and he did it.
Yeah, the worst thing is, though, he thought he was doing this for the betterment of everyone else.
Yeah.
That's why he never did a single fucking thing. Unlike, let's say, the Thanos from the comics, from the original. He didn't do anything to, like, make his own life better. I'm gonna make, now that I've done this thing, I'm gonna make a planet to myself and a giant fucking shrine and this and that. We're like, nope, just a small little cottage. He didn't snap up a machine that can cook his dinner for him. He had to plant his own food, cook his own fucking dinner.
I love the fact that he tells them. It's like, you came here because you don't accept your own failures.
Yeah, you came here. No, but
dude,
the thing is, it was like failures.
Matter of fact, now I'm kind of getting mad at the Avengers for killing things.
You should get mad at the... Look, if
it's like, dude, you guys lost, dude. Don't fucking blame me.
Look, if the movie did its job, if the movie made you feel the way you do about this Thanos, the same way you feel about the one in the comic, you should be kind of pissed off he's dead. Because the old Thanos, not the one in the comic now, good God, but the old Thanos, you listen to him talk for a couple pages, you'd be like, you know what? This guy makes some sense. I'm kind of on board with this. You know, and you're fucking rooting for him. And that was the best thing about it. The Thanos now, last time I heard, he's running around with fucking guns and shit. I don't know. That's the last I heard about Thanos.
There's been some wacky shit going on with Thanos right now.
They say he's running around with guns. I was like, is that a joke? Are you serious? Like, no, he's running around with guns and shit.
A couple of months ago, I was reading Cosmic Ghost Rider, which has Frank Castle as the Ghost Rider. He decided to kill baby Thanos, but then his conscience hit him. So he decided to raise baby Thanos. So then at the end, it's a grown-ass Thanos with a Punisher shirt on.
Okay, first of all, you made that shit up because at this point, I don't know what's real or not. I was tempted to stop listening after the third sentence, but at this point, we live in the fucking bizarro clown world when it comes to Marvel Comics. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
It was wild and wacky, dude. It wasn't a bad comic book. It was wild. If you just want some wacky shit, that was the wacky. That's about as wacky as it could get, dude. A Ghost Rider who was the Punisher kidnaps and raises baby Thanos, who in turn becomes the Punisher.
What?
Yeah, apparently that's some shit Marvel was doing. So I don't know what to tell you. But when they killed Thanos, I was kind of heartbroken. I was like, well, goddamn, that's the epic fight. Who the fuck are they gonna be fighting against? I kind of like the way they took it. Because once they did that, they're like, okay, the issue now
is over.
Is actually going back in time and recapturing the stones. It's not about fighting Thanos. At least you think it isn't.
Yeah.
You figure that's over and done with. No, it's about going back in time. And it was so fucking fun to see them go through the original Avengers stuff that they were doing. To see them interacting again, that was fucking hilarious.
At first I was like, dude, what's up with the pacing of this movie? Then I was like, ew, it's a little bit of fan service going on right now. Once I sat down, because I was like, all right, let's just get to it. Then they started showing like certain scenes, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, look at this shit going on in the background.
Like they brought this actor back, they brought that actor back, they refilmed that scene.
That's
like,
awesome.
What the hell?
All right, kind of like all the promotional artwork that they were advertising with the last Avengers, and then apparently none of that promotional artwork was actually even in the movie. You kind of notice that there's so much fucking footage of all the other movies that they could have shot and used in this movie. I honestly did not see this coming.
Yeah, you know, I think these scenes you see the best of the actors that's what it reflected everything, and also fan service.
Are you kidding me? You wanna say the best of the actors? I started to slightly tear up a little bit in the scene where Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, and Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, when they were fighting each other to see who should be able to kill themselves.
Sacrifice themselves. Yeah, that was pretty intense. I really thought that Marvel was gonna
keep them from jumping.
I thought they were gonna come up with some Deus Ex Machina out of nowhere, and then come up with some excuse for them to get the stone without sacrificing themselves. But they didn't.
You two have proven that you're noble, so no one has to be sacrificed. That's what I was expecting.
Anton was tearing up in here, but I was happy because I was like,
you're an asshole.
I was like fucking Red Skull in the back looking at all this shit. Yes, kill. But anyways, man,
Red Skull probably made all that shit up.
Probably. He's like, I just have it in my pocket and just can't do it.
Yeah, right. Go kill yourself, filthy Americans. Kill yourself.
You gave me a great show. I'm so bold.
It's the only way I can
this planet since the 40s. It's quite boring here.
I need to see the corpse to ejaculate.
But I wanted to see Red Skull and
it would have been
Steve
nice
Rogers
if they could have brought
one more
him
time
back. Yeah, or if Steve Rogers would have been the one to go there and see Red Skull. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, they weren't gonna get shit. He'd be like, you Rogers, you killed me. Nothing.
Jordan.
I think the best parts of the movie was with Thor being overweight and slouchy.
Oh, that was so good.
That was the greatest
and
fucking
it never occurred to me because they kept showing him from like the neck up.
Yeah.
And once he turned around and started walking away and they showed the whole thing, I saw those handles. I was like, oh, fuck.
That keg. He had a keg, bro.
That dude turned around. Grew. The way Rocket described him was best. He said, you look like fucking melted ice cream. That was the best description. This guy looks like melted fucking ice cream. That was fucking hilarious, man. And I like the fact, I thought he was just going to miraculously be back in shape. Maybe show a montage of him running. No, they just had him go through the whole thing as a fat fuck. So,
you know what?
And basically, by the way, that's a bait and switch for all you females who went to see this to see Chris Hemsworth. I want to see me some Hemsworth. They probably got wet on the way to the theater just thinking about it. Then they got in there and they're like, man, what the fuck?
That's my husband like that, man.
Those broads were probably pissed off.
I could have stayed home.
I could have stayed home seeing this shit.
Fat old man.
Yeah.
I don't even like no fucking comics. I just wanted to see Hemsworth.
Yeah, they got plenty of Hulk, though. They got plenty of Hulk. But that's CG, though. That don't really count.
No, it counts.
You know what? It's a good team.
You know, this is the first time that you don't get a Captain America without his shirt off, or a Thor looking all the way he is without his shirt off.
That's because...
beefcakey?
Yeah, all beefcakey.
That's because this is the year 2019 and women are powerful and don't need that shit.
Yeah, so they think.
Yeah.
Ray needs it.
What we really need, instead of having movies about half-naked men to get women in there and half-naked women to get men in there, we need a movie about a woman that can just do everything and needs no reason to build character.
Oh.
Because they have great character right out the gate. That's what both sides really want to see. And that's what Disney's going to be giving us from here on out.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Well, anyway, like I said before, this is my last movie. This is my end game. So I'm done with these fucking movies. I'm done with them.
In fact, I'm glad you said that because I said the same thing. When the movie was over and stood up, I said, you know what? This is a perfect way to end it. That's when I came up with that idea. The king is dead. Long live the king. I'm done with Marvel.
That's why
I'm going to see the next
you don't
Guardians,
remember on the Infinity War podcast, I said, this is my last movie. And
Stop
I'm dead serious.
lying.
Okay. That damn Tom Holland, he gets me all the time. Okay, I might watch the next Spider-Man movie.
Okay, you know you're gonna be there, man.
That Tom Holland kid, he sells me all the time, dude. When I saw Spider-Man swing in, and I was like, oh, it's a CG Spider-Man. Ugh. And then he took the mask off and started talking. I was like, this guy. I love this kid.
This little rapscallion.
Awesome. You know when Chadwick Boseman came in, walking through the portal and all that shit? And I look at him, I was like, yo, this guy lost like 40 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, he did look rather
rather thin. We're just picking out good scenes.
All
I
right,
will say I was
one thing
pissed that when
one thing I
Chadwick...
always since we're just spoiling it, jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
I finally got my scene.
Let's try to jump in order
I
if we can.
finally got my scene.
All right.
The big showdown with the big three against Big H, big TH.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
the scene.
Okay. There's a
My
couple...
boyfriend gets the hammer.
Yes.
God,
But here's
I've been
the
for
thing.
that since the very first Avengers movie.
I had actually forgotten. Oh yeah, Captain America can pick up the hammer.
And you know what?
He's deemed
Yeah.
worthy.
Dude, so
that's
Thor,
what, Thor
he goes in, he armors up. He's in full battle Thor mode. He has two hammers. He has Mjolnir, he has Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
And he just goes at it. Drops Mjolnir. It ends up on the ground at some point. Thanos is about to drive the axe into Thor's chest. And all of a sudden you see Mjolnir like shaking. And I'm like, oh yeah, Thor's going to bang him in the head or something, dude. It's going to be nasty. The hammer flies up and it goes to Captain America. And I'm in the movie theater like, what the fuck?
Totally forgot about that.
Finally!
I forgot that he could pick it up because he's deemed worthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what Thor says after that. It's like, I know you were worthy.
And
Yeah, you fucking
dude,
pick it up and
I was
Cap
just
it-
sitting there with the biggest smile on my face,
In
and
an erection?
I was in the most quiet movie theater ever. Thank you, Boca Raton. So I was like, I don't want to be that black guy making noise in the movie
Yeah,
theater, but god damn, that shit was amazing.
I gotta go to your theater next time because when fucking Chadwick walked through the fucking portal, of course there were some people clapping. Only time they clapped. Oh, Black Panther. I'm not
Wakanda.
racist. I'm not racist. It just started like, what the fuck? I even said like, why the fuck are you clapping?
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
But dude, just that whole like I always complimented Marvel for their fight choreography.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Captain America's a bad motherfucker, dude. But with a hammer and a shield, damn, dude, he was making love to those weapons,
I also
dude.
like the
He-
fact that it
and
never.
he was putting all the juice on Thanos.
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
I was
yeah.
thinking,
You could tell he was
I was
the
like,
best fighter
he's
in
using
there.
his hammer better than fucking Thor.
Well, of course, he's
Yeah.
a fighter. Thor is not like an expert in hand-to-hand
He's brute.
combat.
He's brute.
He's like, I'm gonna hit
Yeah.
you really hard. You're gonna fucking fall.
He was calling down lightning. He was freaking setting up combos. He was ricocheting the shield off the hammer off the shield. I was like, whoa.
But still, at the end of the day, I was talking to Ant about this, and I realized what was the big deal with one hero here that could have ended everything before everything.
Oh yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
And I bet you,
Yeah,
when you get the Blu-ray,
Yeah.
she was the one that ended it.
Yeah, she's the
all
one
that
that.
shit that Captain Marvel was doing.
Yeah.
That was Scarlet Witch. Did you saw she almost ended the fucking fight when she came to Thanos and was like, "You took everything from me." You see her like levitating the ground. I was like, "Holy shit! I completely fucking forgot about her. She's gonna murder the living shit out of this dude."
And she almost did.
No, she was gonna end it until he told the ship to bombard the entire battlefield. She would have fucking killed him.
Yeah.
And I
That
think
is
it
true.
was
That
supposed
is
to be
true.
her. I think she was the one that was supposed to rip the ship up.
Yeah.
Not
I
Captain
mean,
Marvel.
honestly though, if Thor wasn't fat and we had Rage Hulk instead of Professor Hulk,
Yeah.
they would have beat the brakes off of him.
just the two of them would have beat the living shit out of him.
and if Captain Marvel was there too, there's no way he would have survived.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Because dude, she was getting in his ass even when he had the gauntlet. She was getting in his ass.
Yeah.
Like he literally had to rip the Power Stone off and knock her block off
And
to
that's-
get her
and
to get her out of the fight.
And that kind of pissed me off. I guess Captain Marvel in the books would be that powerful, but they were
Dude, whatever, dude. I mean, I just I liked it. She came in, she saved her, like, because I was like, yeah, she's gonna end it. But I like what they did. Again, Marvel does really good things with their fight choreography.
but here's,
when he ripped the stone off and punched her, I was like, that was a good way to get rid of her ass.
yeah, and that would work. That would work.
You know, it was funny because when she came in, I was like, the music kind of pumped up, but it wasn't there. Like the climax of "You're gonna be saved" really wasn't there, and she cuts through the ship. I'm like, oh man, this is kind of lame.
No,
It didn't really work for me at all.
What I expected was, remember, they go back in time, they take the Tesseract, Loki gets away, grabs the Tesseract, and disappears, and they never come back to that. I
Yeah.
thought that was going to
you know
be a
why?
ship
You know
come-
why? Because they're making a Loki series on the Disney streaming. That's
Get
probably
the
where
fuck
that
outta
movie's
here.
where that scene's gonna tie into.
Ah, okay, that explains it. Because I was expecting, they're like, oh, it's firing at another ship. I expected Loki to come through with another ship. Like, yeah, I got the fucking Tesseract. I took off and gathered an army. I just fucking came back.
I would have
Yeah,
hated
that's what
that
I
if they
thought.
brought Loki in as a good guy.
They already made him into a good guy by the time.
Not really, dude.
by the time
Loki's
the
always
Thanos-
out for Loki.
Yeah, by the time the Thanos shit happened, though, they basically alluded that he was a good guy now. It's all bullshit, but we see what
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I loved everybody. I really love seeing everybody. I just I can't get over it, man. I couldn't love Captain Marvel coming in. It's
Well,
kind of
dude.
it's kind of like having
I
that
won't
one
lie,
friend
dude,
you
and-
invite to a party that's like, why'd you invite this person?
Yeah,
They
it
don't
kind of
bring
kind of
anything to
pissed
the
me
dynamic.
off. Kind of pissed me off. She did all this shit, but I was relieved by seeing Doctor Strange coming out with his whole army.
Oh
too.
yeah,
That was
Oh my
that-
God!
that made me
when
jizz my
Captain
pants.
America's comm started going off, and there was a Captain. He's like on your left.
Because I forgot about those guys. Like, yeah, you brought everyone back. That includes all the heroes
All the
and their
wizards.
armies. And the wizards who did not take part the first time.
Yes.
That's the thing. The wizards weren't in there. The wizards showed up and used their portals to bring all the armies and all the most powerful heroes to one
the
spot.
Wakandans,
Yeah,
the
bring them to one
Asgardians.
spot. And I was like, you know what? If they could have did that in the first Infinity War, they would have won. They
Yeah,
would have
they would've
defeated Thanos. They didn't know what
No
they were
one
up
knew
against.
it was going to be that serious.
Uh-huh.
That shit was serious, dude. That shit was serious.
That was awesome.
That was like hour
And-
2.5. I'm like, oh my god, this fucking battle scene's gonna go like for like an hour.
That battle, I will say, everything in that movie, that was like the only real epic battle scene.
Yeah.
And that was so worth it.
It was.
That one battle scene, I would watch the whole movie again.
That's
Just
what
that
the
one
Infinity War
scene.
battle scene to shame. And the Infinity War
did.
battle
It
scene was
did.
pretty epic.
Yeah, it did. It did put but the Infinity one was epic, but it didn't feel epic because it was one army and only a handful of heroes in one specific area. It didn't
Yeah.
feel like Apocalypse. You have with this one, 2 gigantic armies, one of them filled with heroes, and then one Thanos, which is the equivalent of all the heroes, and a gigantic battleship with land support tanks and shit shooting on the fucking battlefield. It was absolute chaos and pandemonium, and I love it.
And fucking
I
Ant-Man
fucking
stepping
loved
on
it.
people and shit
That
for no
was
reason.
even that was fucking. The thing is, you just watch this fucking giant walking by. If you're on Thanos' side, you're gonna shit yourself. I'm like, yo, I'm done. I'm fucking just walking on people, crushing them. You can hear bones snapping and shit. That was fucking
And
nuts.
another thing that really got me too was when I saw like Pepper with the rescue armor. Because when they
yeah,
showed the
that was
kid with the
nice.
mask on, I was like, oh shit, that's the rescue
That's
armor.
rescue, yeah.
Cool. I did not expect them to bring that back.
When she did show up and she was fighting back to back with Tony, I was like, nice.
That was pretty fucking
Fucking
sweet, dude.
nice.
I mean, say what you want to say about Gwyneth Paltrow selling pussy rocks online, bro. That really blew my mind, dude. The whole like where they brought in all the female characters. They even had that one little moment that probably drove Antoine nuts when all the females got together.
Let's
I was
talk
like, man,
about-
this
oh,
is
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Let's talk about that, shall we?
Because I'm like, dude, it just showed how many characters they developed over the course of this
Yeah.
series, dude. It's ridiculous the amount of
I
characters.
was just looking at Valkyrie, man. I was just
she's-
looking at Valkyrie,
Oh my
bro.
God.
Oh my god.
You shut your mouth. Don't you say you do not say anything disrespectful about that coconut cream colored goddess who's gonna someday with a British accent who will
I love you
someday
some Tessa
be my
Taylor,
children.
but my favorite is the Wakandans, man. Okoye and
Man.
Shuri. Oh man, I love
Yeah,
those chicks,
you,
dude.
you take that.
You mean that guy that was in that Us movie and that pretty much was punked out the entire time? What was it? The
No,
Gorilla
he
King?
wasn't. I mean, not. Okoye
chick.
is
No,
is
the gorilla-
Michonne from Walking
gorilla,
Dead.
No, the Gorilla King, the gorilla
Yeah.
Oh, I
tribe
thought
leader.
the chick in Us was
No,
from Wakanda.
the gorilla tribe leader was the fathering Us.
Man, what a
dragging
step-
Yeah, yeah. And-
dragging himself all over the ground. Like, man, I can't look at you like a badass no more, man.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Me and my buddies were joking about the Us trailer. We were like, damn, so when Black Panther disappeared, M'Baku and Nakia, they just moved to the States, huh?
just lost their balls.
Got married, huh?
Now, I'm thinking Disney's gonna make some female-centered Avengers movie, probably like Avengers West Coast. It's probably gonna be an
West Coast
online
Avengers.
thing. Because when Captain Marvel's like, what do you need? I gotta get this helmet over there. I'll get it over there. By yourself? No, it'll be us. And apparently, from all across the battlefield where they should be fighting, helping the men, they all gathered into one spot, and I would swear they looked right at the screen, and I could hear the word "girl power." All they needed was just to be playing "I'm Just a Girl" in the background. That would have just been just perfect.
All they needed was really Scarlet Witch.
And
honestly.
the worst part is, I won't complain too much because the scene was still beautiful.
It was beautiful.
When they were going by fighting and shit to get it there, it was still beautiful. But I was like, why did you get all these women together to do what Captain Marvel should have had no fucking problem doing yourself?
To make the little girls in the audience feel good about themselves. I don't fucking know, and I don't care. It was awesome.
And you want to make the girls feel good about themselves? How come the gloves still didn't get there? After all that shit.
Because they wanted to keep it somewhat realistic.
The six most powerful women in the universe still couldn't carry this fucking glove 50 feet. Great.
Because they're not men, bro. Because they're not men. Hey, I believe in treating women fair, but if we're sitting in the office and you ask me to put water in the water cooler, then I can't treat a woman fairly. I'm sorry. You don't deserve to get paid the same amount I pay, and you I'm sorry, you weak. You're the weak link.
I just need you to get the fucking glove over to the other side.
Nope. I don't ask women to take the glove to the other side, and I don't ask them to put water in the water cooler because it ain't gonna happen.
Oh, you know what's beautiful is freaking the Scarlet Spider armor that was killing all these foes. That was
I waited so long to see the Scarlet Spider armor, and I shit myself in the first Infinity War. We was like, kid, here's a new costume I got for you, and all the arms came out. I was like, that's the Scarlet Spider. That's the Scarlet Spider. That's the Scarlet Spider.
Well, technically, it's the Iron Spider outfit.
Wait, in the book, it was called Scarlet Spider, right?
I don't know.
No, Scarlet Spider is the persona of Ben Reilly, who had the hoodie Spider-Man outfit on.
In the book, what was that particular spider suit called?
I think it's called the Iron Spider.
It was the
Iron Spider, but it was debuted in the Civil War comic.
Right. It's a Civil War comic that it was in. Okay, so it was the Iron Spider.
Iron Spider,
not the Scarlet Spider. I was pissing myself over. It was the Iron Spider. But either way, I was happy to fucking see it. I was.
It was dope, dude. When you go kill mode and just start jacking up all those little outrunners, it was awesome.
Hell yeah, just stabbing everybody.
But another thing that made me very excited: the kids.
What kids?
Because Scott Lang's daughter becomes a young Avenger. She becomes Stature. Now there's also Kate Bishop, but she's not in. She wasn't in the movie, but she becomes Hawkeye. But they had Hawkeye's daughter training with archery,
Hawkeye,
so she could probably be a stand-in for the girl Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And then Monica Rambeau from the Captain Marvel movie, she should be like how old now? Like much older. So I'm just thinking all these things that they planted, they could do anything. They could make young Avengers. They could make more Avengers. They could do so many more stories.
I can tell what's gonna happen. The Valkyrie who stayed behind Thor's like, yeah, you're gonna be the new king. That's gonna be the new female Thor, just like they replaced Thor in the comics with a chick.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the new female Thor. Because remember, Thor's with the Guardians now. Which I hope to God they let that stick. Just one more Guardians movie and have Thor in it because he's fitting in so well with them.
Oh yeah,
that scene at the end.
That was beautiful.
That scene just had me fucking rolling. And they're like, "What you think? You think you're in charge here?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, we should have a combat to see who's in charge. Have a fight."
So
him and Rocket Raccoon, that was funny too.
Guys,
but I have one question about that. What happened to Gamora?
They replaced her with a younger version, so she's no longer.
So
in love
did young
with
Gamora stay behind? Because they never showed her after that.
No, she stayed behind. I remember. I know Peter ran up. She's gonna go wherever Nebula goes because they're friends now. So and you saw Nebula's with the Guardians, and Peter tried to kiss her, and she kneed him in the nuts. So she's gonna be on the ship, but they're not gonna be in love. She's gonna be the same cold-hearted bitch that she was
from
before.
The first one.
Yeah.
Which is cool too, because I never really believed that Gamora Peter Quill nonsense.
Well, you need a love angle anyways, but it's
no, you don't.
No?
If you read the Guardians books with Gamora, there was no love fucking triangle there.
No, Gamora was just fucking anybody that moves though.
Gamora fucked Adam Warlock too, but there wasn't any love triangle.
Because he had some dick and she wanted it, so she took it. She didn't ask him.
She needed a gold dick.
That wasn't sex. That was I want that. Give it to me.
Especially this new Star-Lord, this Han Solo Star-Lord. Gamora would never fucking do like that.
Oh yeah, no, she would never. A fucking pretty boy like that. She wouldn't tolerate being in his presence. She'd kill him on principle.
Exactly, dude.
Just principle alone, she fucking kill him.
I wish this movie had more Guardians in it than it did, but it was still perfect.
Yeah, there was so much.
I would have loved to see more Groot.
Yeah, Groot got like 2 seconds in this fucking movie.
Yeah, dude. They sorry. Sorry, Groot. I mean, like, I would love to see more Groot. The Panther part was dope when he grabbed the gauntlet and started charging through. Because I totally forgot he could do those blasts. Built up blasts with the vibranium.
I had completely
that was pretty badass.
About that myself. I had completely forgotten about that myself. It was awesome that they basically took the ball and ran with it. Basically, all the great shit. They could just poll people. What's the best thing about this character from this movie? And when people write in, they're like, okay, put that in the movie. Put that in the movie. Find an excuse to make them do that. Make Captain Marvel come in and save the day. And then the best thing, completely love the way it ended. And that rarely happens. Tony Stark and Dan, who was sitting next to me, was asking me, it's like, wait, what the fuck happened? Because you just see Iron Man try to grab the gauntlet off him. Thanos just pushes Iron Man off, snaps his finger, it doesn't work.
I was like, dude, those stones are gone.
The stones are gone. And Dan was like, well, how the fuck did he pop the stones out? It was like, he didn't have to pop the stones out. That glove,
Stark Tech, baby.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to pop them out.
That glove was supposed to be made with Extremis armor. I think that's what it was, right? Extremis armor.
Yeah, but everything Stark's working on now is nanotech.
That glove was Stark Tech.
Yeah, so the moment he touched him, dude.
The second he touched that glove, like Thanos wasn't in control anymore.
Yeah, he's them stones went right to him, and he's like, "Yep,
exactly.
I got the stones
come to Papa."
Yeah. And he's like, fuck it, I got the stones, snap one time. It's going to kill me, but whatever. It's going to save the day. Stop that entire gigantic fight with one snap. You have to sacrifice yourself? Yes. But there you go.
That's why when he asked Doctor Strange, is this the last 1%? What was it?
Is this the 1% chance that we actually take and win?
The 1 in 14 million.
And he said, yes. Well, do we win? If I tell you that, you're not going to do what you have to do.
Yep.
So
and when Thor and Cap were going at it, and like Tony looked like he wanted to jump in, he was like, he put his finger up. He was like, slow your roll, Poppy. Slow your roll, Poppy.
Yeah, it was cool because once you start seeing Captain America's shield getting tore up by the freaking ice.
Oh, that made me want to fuck you. That made me so mad.
Watching the shield get tore up.
That shit was
dude.
Tore
I was like, how dare you break my boyfriend's things? They're nice things.
My vibranium. No.
That's how you knew Tony Stark was a dad, when he had a whole bunch of fucking doll shit on the shield when he handed it to Steve.
Oh yeah, all the shit in the trunk, all the kitty shit in there. I thought he was gonna give him the doll shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, I was like, wow, this is amazing. He's fucking that shield up. I'm like, dude, this dude is immensely powerful.
Oh yeah, that dude's immensely powerful. I was saying to myself, someone was like, yeah, why would Tony do that if it's gonna kill him? I think the whole idea of being responsible for people's lives had broken him at that point, and Tony Stark wanted out. Yeah. And even though he was like, yeah, doing this will kill me, but I don't have to worry about other people being hurt anymore. And I found it kind of poetic that Peter Parker died right before Tony Stark, with Tony Stark begging him not to die or trying not for him to die, and then Tony Stark dies in front of Peter Parker, and Peter Parker feels just as responsible as Tony did when the kid died.
Yeah, it was actually beautiful.
Yeah, man, it was perfect. It was perfect. It was a perfect send-off, you know?
It was a beautiful send-off. The fact that he's not coming back, I love that.
So how do you like the fact that, your old boy Falcon's going to be Captain America, even though they did this in the comic books?
I have no problem with that myself.
Okay, let me go back now.
Okay.
When Captain America had to return the stones in the hammer, when he jumped in that portal and did not return, is this the plot for a new movie? Is this the plot for the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show that they're gonna do? That I heard about on Disney streaming platform.
Yeah.
But then Bucky goes, "Hey, turn around over there," and you see the old man on the bench. I was like, nice. I wanted to just start clapping, dude. I was like, wow, they did it.
Do a slow clap.
They retired Cap. Like right off the bat.
Nice.
I'm like, they retired him.
Oh, he was doing his busting nuts into his woman.
Dude, hey, whatever, bro. He deserves it.
He deserves it. Yeah. Whatever, man. We're supposed to do the response things. Like, man, fuck you. I'm going to take this shit and do what I want to do.
Great, bro. If you got punched in the face by Thanos, dude, you deserve to do whatever the fuck you want to do for the rest of your life.
I've been pulling y'all's ass out of the fire.
And if you want to go back in time and sleep with your old girlfriend, feel free to do so.
All I know, Falcon's got to step that shit up. He got to get all the D now.
Well, here's the thing I never quite got. In the book, Falcon's still just a human, right? He doesn't have any super serum or nothing, right?
Yeah, he's still a human, but his wings are made of vibranium.
Yeah, but so my whole thing is, how can you, if you're going to inherit the Captain America mantle, he wouldn't be able to come close to keeping up with what Captain America was doing. Stamina,
but
strength,
he has
all that stuff.
The skill and dexterity and of a human in prime physical condition.
Why don't they just get the U.S. agent?
Oh God!
fuck out of here. That shit.
Oh man, I would have loved they brought him into the comic, into the movies at some point. I would have
US
been
agent.
dying
He's
right
just a
now.
bootleg version of Captain America.
What's his name? Walker something? Walker?
Yeah, he's in black. Was it black and white?
Yeah.
With some red
U.S. agent. Oh wow. Wow, thank you. I needed that.
You know what? I just remind myself that my favorite part is when he went to the elevator with all those fake SHIELD agents.
Oh, yeah.
I was
And
saying,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, he's gonna
Dude,
get that shit from them.
I was saying to myself, just walk in and just yell out loud, "Hail Hydra, guys!" That's what I was thinking.
Right.
But then
But-
he's like, "Yeah, I'll get this," and then he leaned in.
Hail Hydra.
I was like,
Dude.
"Okay, that makes more
Okay,
sense." No,
Winter
get it
Soldier is my favorite MCU movie.
out. Okay.
I fucking love that movie.
All right.
And when I saw that scene, I was like, yeah, Cap, just dust those fuckers like last time. Like, I wanted to dust them so bad. Dude, I hate Rumlow so much, dude. I fucking hate that motherfucker, dude. Which is great. That dude did an awesome job because I fucking hate him like he's a real person. That was so awesome when he leaned over and said, "Hail Hydra." I was like, yes, Cap learned. And then he had to face Cap again himself. He's like, give it up. Give up the case, Loki. And I was like,
oh,
boy,
shit.
Cap versus Cap.
He's like, "Oh shit, yeah. Look, I'm not Loki, man." And it's weird. I found it weird that younger Cap was beating his ass. I was like,
Well, that is younger Cap, dude.
Well, yeah, but the older
This
one's
dude
got
hadn't
more
been Captain
combat
America
experience.
See, that's what you guys. My brother, my sister-in-law said the same thing. You know, they weren't that really bad against Thanos. They didn't really beat him that much. I'm like, dude, these people have been retired for 5 years, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. They hadn't been doing shit for 5 years. I forget about that.
Okay, stop whatever you good at right now for 5 years, and then tell me what happens afterwards.
Yeah, that
The
was
only
bad.
person that's probably better is Hawkeye because he's been killing fucking criminals.
drug lords and
Yeah,
criminals. and
Ronin,
shit.
Ronin.
Oh yeah, Ronin. That's right. Yeah,
His
I
name
recognized the
Ronin.
armor, and I was racking my head like, dude, I've seen him in that armor before. What the
from
fuck is that? I
Brian
couldn't
Michael
remember.
Bendis, New Avengers.
Yeah, I could not fucking remember what that armor was. It was Ronin. It was when he was Ronin. I was like,
Did
shit.
anybody see that scene where it was Robert Downey Jr. is looking through? He's in that same exact scene where they're trying to get the stones in the Avengers Tower, and he's looking through
Bars.
bars, and he's like, "Man, that's America's ass." You know, he's talking to Cap, and then he looks at Scarlett Johansson's character, and it's like he's looking at an ass and titty shot for like a good 3-4 seconds.
Wait, where was this now?
Did you see that?
That's a
What's
joke
that
with
mean?
that's
I
Captain's
think
ass.
that was some shit on
That's
Pornhub
America's
I
ass
was
or
looking
something.
at, dude. I don't recall seeing that.
I recall seeing that.
It was one thing you could count Ray on is to see the ass and titties, bro.
Look, man, those shits were fully covered, man. With latex.
My brother brought up that Ray mentions titties at least once every episode.
I gotta keep. I gotta keep. I gotta.
Some titties.
I gotta keep the percentages up.
All right,
Yeah,
my man.
yeah,
It's
keep-
consistency, baby.
Keep saying it till you make yourself straight.
All that shit is going into the garbage every time he sees James Franco.
No,
Oh,
That's it.
that's why he tries so hard.
It's like,
Look,
oh.
man,
That's why he tries to. He
When
starts
he
thinking,
sees James Franco, he loses it.
he has to run to find some ass and titties to get him back on track.
you gotta support the power, man. You gotta feed the beast.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here. Beautiful ending. Everyone has excuses to make their spinoffs. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. I'm not angry because I'm not watching them no more. I'm going to watch the new Guardians and I'm out. I'm out. And the way they ended it made it so certain that it feels okay to be out. Because now there's no real reason for reboots like they did, like Sony is constantly doing with Spider-Man, which has killed the fucking name brand. 18 fucking movie reboots and shit, new origin stories. With this, they're like, yeah, okay, you're gonna be the new Cap, I'm passing it on. You're gonna be the new Thor, we're passing it on. You're gonna be the new so-and-so. Oh look, we got these other characters so their movies can keep going. And even the best, what I like the most, at the end, when they're doing their credits, they show the autograph and picture of each character, each cast member who's not coming back anymore.
Yeah.
Who already said, I am fucking done. So they showed Downey Jr., they showed Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Helmsworth, Scarlett Johansson. They were all like, I am fucking finished. No more. I'm fucking done. It felt nice. It was like, this is the stamp of approval. It is fucking done. Pack your shit. Go home. Don't come back in here anymore. It's like, it is done. The divorce is final.
Now,
Now, here's my thing, right?
now they're gonna work
Let's
on the
go.
X-Men.
Let's fast forward to the funeral scene.
Uh-huh.
Who was that boy?
Which boy?
The boy at the very back.
Yeah, before they got to Captain Marvel, it was a kid standing there.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck that kid is.
Online, everyone's saying that was the kid from Iron Man 3 when Tony
kid?
crashed in the dude's when he had the suit in the basement
he was helping
in the
that
garage or whatever. He had to repair the suit.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Fucking.
That's what everyone says. It's that kid, and it's supposedly the same actor too. But I'm like, but why is he so important? Why would he be there?
Yeah,
Why would
it
you
shouldn't be
bother?
there.
Is that a potential spin-off character for
because
Iron Man 2.0?
Because no one's gonna care. They didn't do enough work to remind people of who that kid is, so no one's gonna fucking care.
I know, but it's also one of those things. Why would you choose the same guy and put him there?
I'm thinking he's like one of the producer's nephews and wanted to be there.
Could be that too.
That was my
also,
guess.
it seems like just something to drop in there to build off of in the future.
Yeah, and I remember when all the people were at the funeral standing there, and I saw Captain Marvel, and I was like, man, who's that dude? And Dan was like, that's Captain Marvel, isn't it? And I was like, what? And I like leaned in my seat a little bit, like, God damn it. Bitch looks like David Bowie. Fucking, she's all tall and shit with the slacks.
It's
and the button-down fucking vest she was wearing. I was like, what the fuck?
Who do you think that was back then? Hillary Clinton?
I thought it was some dude, is who I fucking thought it was.
I would have loved to see a little bit more Nick Fury, though.
Yeah, Nick Fury just showed us, like, yeah, motherfucker wrote me off this movie for I could be in Captain Marvel face. That's what
didn't they have a fucking helicarrier?
Yeah.
He looked mad, man. He looked pissed.
They could have shown Nick Fury back.
There is one more helicarrier left.
When they went back in time, Tony and Captain America, when they went to that base, they could have had Fury in there.
They could have had him doing a speech.
As
for
like
a
a private
funeral speech, man.
Fury wouldn't have been
they could have
that
had
high
him doing a funeral
clearance in the
speech.
70s.
True.
Would he even been?
Nah.
He wouldn't have been around, bro.
That's a shame.
You know what, man? Let's review this fucking thing.
All right, let's hit it. I'm gonna go first. I gotta get this out of my system, man. I am gonna give this. I set the bar so fucking high for this movie. I said if this movie does everything right, I will give it a full price. I set the bar so fucking high. I said most likely I'm gonna give it an excruciatingly high matinee. I just wanted the shit to be over. That being said, I want this inside of me.
Oh wow!
That's how well they did it. That's even with an anchor that I call Captain Marvel being tossed around the neck of this movie and it being tossed in the lake, it still managed to swim to the top.
They forgot
muscular thighs.
They forgot to lock the lock.
yeah. I want this inside of me. It'll go on my list of I want this inside of me easily.
You want to go next, Dre? Or you want me to go?
Well, you know what? Let me go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. This movie right now, like I told my brother, he watched it the same night I did, Thursday, first night. This is a unicorn, dude. You know it shouldn't exist, but we just saw one.
Yeah.
And you're never going to see it again.
You saw one in the movie.
But this was a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
You're damn right, actually.
I think this is a once-in-a-generation movie. Mm-hmm. You're not going to see anything like this ever again.
You never.
I mean,
will,
22 films, none of which sucked. Okay, some might have been meh, but none of them sucked.
But the thing is,
none of them flopped.
Could they ever lead up to something to fit your expectations? That's the thing.
Dude, like I said before, they gave me the blowjob, they tucked me into bed, gave me a kiss on the cheek, and sung me a lullaby. They wrapped this sucker up and put a bow on it. They did. I mean, movies nowadays could barely make 3 consecutive decent movies.
Yeah, that's damn
They
true.
made 22 of them, goddammit.
Yep.
So, dude, I give this a full price, man. I mean, no. I want it in me, dude. I want the unicorn horn in me. Because I know it was never going to happen again. My insurance card is on the table. So just make sure they don't take me to the shitty hospital. Take me to the good one.
There you go.
I got insurance. But yeah, dude, this movie was amazing. Once in a generation movie. I don't think anybody will ever be able to do this ever again.
Bam. Dane, hit me.
I'll give it a high matinee.
What the? Get the pull this plug.
I'll give it a high matinee.
Is he still using Windows 7? Put him on the new shit.
Get the fuck out. Why would you give this a high matinee?
What do you want me to do, man? What do you want me to do? Give it a inside of me or something? No.
Hold on now.
I want you
Hold
to
on now, Dane. Did you watch Avengers Endgame, or did you watch Endgame with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
I think no. What happened was this motherfucker.
You watching the wrong fucking movie, dog.
No. What happened was I bet you this motherfucker torrented it, and he was watching some shit with people standing up and walking in front of the camera.
No.
That's probably why he
with
doesn't like it.
Russian subtitles.
Yeah, people walking up and standing in front of the camera.
I wasn't too thrilled with the first 40 minutes of the movie. I didn't like the first 40
It's a 3 fucking hour movie. You can cut that out and still have enough for a full fucking movie.
But I did enjoy the pain they go through when they see that it's showing everybody what they lost and when they went back in time. And they had those little moments of Tony Stark talking to his father. You know, Captain America going to that locker and going to that base and seeing a picture of himself before he had the juice.
Dude, we're on completely separate planets because I didn't give two shits about those scenes. They were nice.
You know, for me, that was great.
Care all that much.
That was great because that was giving heart in the movie. It was showing you that. As far as like the startup, it was like, for me, it was dragging a little bit. It was dragging a little bit because, I mean, Ray wanted to see all the devastation that happened in the world. I didn't give a shit, you know, because for me, my expectations was before the other movie. So what I wanted to see is them, how they're going to solve the problem of getting the stones back. And that's what I like. The plot of them solving that completely.
So what you get? A high matinee?
I'm going to give it a high matinee.
Jesus.
I have to go down on this, man.
Well, I'm going to give this...
contrarian.
The last time I was in a 3-hour plus movie, it was called Peter Jackson's King Kong. And dear Lord Almighty.
You know, that's another thing I should have pointed out. The fact that you got me to sit still for a 3-fucking-hour movie, your shit
didn't feel like 3 hours to me at all.
It did not feel 3 hours, and I give them all the credit in the world because I have a mindset of not going to the bathroom when I see a film.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I gotta go piss. Fuck, I gotta hold it. Apparently, that didn't happen this time because the movie was so fucking interesting.
Dude, I went in drunk. I already had to piss. And not a soul left that theater.
Nobody
when that movie was
left
over. Everybody fucking ran to the bathroom. Everybody in there. So what'd you think? Yeah, I like the Captain America do this and that and shit. Man, if you were in there taking the shit and you hadn't seen the movie yet, you were fucked.
You were fucked, yeah.
They cleaned this shit away.
Yeah.
Everybody in that fucking bathroom had been holding their shit in, and they came in there to piss and talk about the movie.
Yeah, you did not want to leave that movie because you'd fucking leave and come back and something major probably happened. And like, nah, man.
Oh man, I sat down. I had one of those nice reclining seats. I leaned back. I had a shitty seat right under the screen, but I was able to recline. So I was like, all right, this ain't half bad.
But I'm gonna give this. I want it inside me, man. This really was something special.
Slow clap.
Something special. Okay. You gotta understand, I held the urge to go pee. Normally, some movies like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the bathroom in the middle of the movie. I don't give a shit. I did not want to miss a second of it, and I was too entertained. And we saw a late ass fucking movie.
This was like fucking 11:30.
And yeah, we went at 11:30. We left at 2:30.
No, because we left it. If it was 11:30, we left at 3 something.
Yeah,
it was after 3.
And then they were showing movies at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, people were still coming in.
Yeah.
I remember because we were talking about the movie and people were running past us with their hands over their ears because we were inside the lobby. And I was like, oh shit, these people didn't see it yet. They're all running past us so you don't hear us.
I feel bad for those theater workers because they look fucking exhausted.
Tired. Yeah, they look spent.
Tell them go to DeVry then. Fuck them.
Tell them to learn the code.
Yeah, learn the code.
Fucking code.
Oh my god! But yeah, this gets a full price.
Well, I tell you right now, we got 3 I wanted inside of me's and 1 bullshit high matinee.
Yeah, dude, you gotta reboot that motherfucker. When you doing the old Windows computers, defrag them.
Yeah. So what?
Defrag his drives or something, dude.
So
Anthony's gonna toss me in the microwave and shit.
So even though I think that high matinee is bullshit, it still counts. So this is going to be a low. I want this inside of me. But with I want this inside of me, it don't really fucking matter. It's I want it inside of me, man. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But either way, it's
with a unicorn horn on it.
With a unicorn horn on it, and the unicorn is saying, I just turned 18 yesterday. That's what the unicorn is. It's like, this can't be real.
Music to my ears.
I just turned 18.
Oh, man. All right, don't forget to visit us on our website at g2ta.net and gottatalkabout.com. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page. And don't forget our Patreon page as well, patreon.com/g2ta. And guys, we're almost reaching our 100th episode. Could you believe it?
I thought this was the 100th episode, man. You fucking lying to me.
Okay, turn his ass off.
No, man. Yo, Dre, you got to be on the 100th episode.
Hey, I'll be there, man.
It could be a shit movie, though.
No, we want to see.
Can we have 100 episodes at the strip club?
Yeah. How much does their rooms cost? We're going to have to ask the girls to quiet it down a bit.
We might see. You know what? Godzilla might be the 100 episode one.
Yeah, oh, well.
Oh,
that's kind
of can't do better than that.
I don't know. I mean, there's Spider-Man. I mean, we'll probably reach the 100th episode sometime in June.
Okay, sometime in June. We got time. We'll figure something else out.
Yeah.